The best verse battle would be R. Kelly versus Mary J. Blige.
They won't want to let him out for that.
I mean, best verse is left. And that would be, I think people think that R. Kelly would smoke Mary, but I don't know about smoke. Like, Mary has some hits.
And Mary has some hits, but R. Kelly has some hits.
I mean, R. Kelly, see, and that's the thing. We get caught up in, we get blinded by all the hits. But if you're just giving me 20, I'm not going to hear all your remixes that night. I might hear a couple, but I'm not going to hear all of them.
Like, I can spit all of R. Kelly shit. If some songs are Mary J's, I can't spit.
Yeah, but I can give you 20 that you can, though. And that's a strong statement. And if played in the right way, she'd still lose, but it'd be a lot, it'd be a lot closer than y'all think, though. Y'all ain't giving Mary no credit. Like,
no, I love Mary. Don't get me. I love me some Mary. She got me through a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But but there's all honesty, like, R. Kelly, that nigga. You know how much stuff he done wrote for other people, and you know how many other people are singing his songs, and how many people he produced, and that's a lot of stuff. I love my mama Mary, but I don't think she can really.
Sometimes I think back and just think on the mistakes that some of our greatest people have made, just in my time, like the mistakes R. Kelly and Bill Cosby made, like, if they wouldn't have had those blemishes, which they do, they do, but if they didn't have those blemishes on their record, R. Kelly would be probably the gem of all gems.
R. Kelly told you what he was doing throughout every album he made. It's just people didn't pay attention. Every song he talk about what he doing.
No. We paid attention. We paid attention.
We just didn't relate it.
We weren't putting
that.
it together.
Until it happened, he was like, "Oh, that's what he was talking about."
But we weren't supposed to know that was happening.
Look, as hard as
with those, you know what I mean? Like,
as hard as we were singing those songs, it's almost like willing neglect. Like, I know what's going on, but I'm not really thinking about
taking the virginity, and
because it sounds so good.
Now y'all miss that. Now it's throat babies everywhere. You see what I'm saying?
Do I want? What would I give? What would I give to have R. Kelly back? Like, what would I give to have R. Kelly back? He was just pissed. I mean, geez. I mean, just keep it a buck. Like,
hold up. That sounds like kink shaming.
My thing is,
hold up.
Because everything that happened, that man, you know what I'm saying, end of the day, it was approved somewhere. Because ain't no way in hell I'm going to let my daughter go live with a grown-ass man. You know, or no situation, nothing like that. You knew what the hell was going on, and you was getting whatever you was getting compensated some kind of way for it until something didn't happen your way.
We never really jumped into the R. Kelly thing. And
look at how we done went there.
People get mad when you talk about it because people have, our views can be very divisive. Like, I could be like, first of all, they don't expect us to even be able to separate his singing from the person. That's just a big problem in itself. Like, you can do what? There's no way. How can you do that? You can take their songs and not act like okay, we have that. We have that population of people. We have the other population of people that, will be up in arms. Like, I'd be like, people have known what R. Kelly has been doing for 20 years. 20 years.
Plus years. Back before
I didn't want to throw the plus up there. I mean,
plus. I ain't had no problem.
We've been doing this for 20 years. Now when I'm growing up, because I'm not a product, but I grew up in the era when he was singing, so his music means a lot to me personally. You see what I'm saying? He was you throw R. Kelly on, you already know what's about to happen. That's why I tell the young kids, like, what are y'all smashing to these days?
Throw baby.
We had real smash music. Like, we had no choice.
We had that Get You Pregnant.
They got Trey Songz. What are you talking about?
I throwing
Trigger.
You throwing Trigger, but I throwing Silk. or something like you see.
No, you asked the question.
I'm just saying, like, but
I didn't say I was throwing on
all
trigger.
right, y'all.
But I tell the kids, I'm like, I don't know, what? See, we had no choice but to kind of smash because this is what we're listening to. Kind of makes you feel a certain way after you listen to this. You see what I'm saying? Like, me and her just, because this is what you're supposed to listen to. This is what we were taught growing up. Then rap came out of nowhere and changed everything.
That don't make no sense.
Higher than Sprint Bill. Drew Hill, bruh.
To do what?
I guess the Verzuz joint.
Why?
Joe to sing.
Shut the hell up.
To do what? How many albums does Drew Hill have? One? Like, don't disrespect Jodeci like that again.
Cisco and JoJo.
Okay, even Jodeci had 3 albums. Don't ever disrespect the greatest R&B group ever. It's like, don't ever.
JoJo, I can see them hollering back and forth with each other, shaking and stuff.
Drew Hill needs to go against somebody of their own class. Like, I don't know, Next.
Oh God.
I don't know. Like,
no.
Hold on. Next didn't have Butter Love
and you can't even think of the other one. Man, you can't even think of the other one. You can't even think. Give me 2 to Drew Hill heads. You get off the head. You said Next, Butter Love,
I'm playing. I'm front on Drew Hill. Drew Hill had a couple of hits, but they're not. To me, they're not on Jodeci's level. Drew Hill is like 112. Who's the other boys from out of Atlanta? Jagged Edge. Like that's their like what the tier I see them on. Jodeci is top tier, God tier of R&B groups. They're like the next tier now. Nothing wrong with that though. You're tiered up.
I listen to him still to this day, every day almost.
But not before
he's singing like I don't know what.
Kelly, I disagree. Older folks are the ones at home checking for verses. Young folks are at the club unbothered by the virus.
You got a point.
True indeed.
You got a point.
Jodeci versus Drew Hill. Jodeci versus Silk. Jodeci versus Silk.
I like. Don't got enough songs either. They got a meeting in my bedroom, and they got Freak Me Baby.
No, they got a lot more than that. That whole first album, every song was something. All the way down to Lose Control.
So they got, they got 4 songs.
Like you said, Jodeci, my bedroom.
And Silk is another group with
You
one
For
album.
Me, Girl, You For Me. Like, it's a whole bunch of them.
I'm going to go back and do my research, but I believe Silk had 1 album. I believe Drew Hill had 1 album. They can go against each other. If it's like that.
Drew Hill had more than 1. And then they like Cisco with his way and made a thong song.
I thought Cisco left after their first. I could be wrong though. I thought he left after they did their first album.
Was it 2? I think it was 2.
Budha
after that second one.
Oh yeah, no,
I know you definitely don't know.
I like to see Adele and Beyonce, both fabulous and equals. Girl, you better run. Don't make no comment like that up here. You better run. You know, there's some Queen Bee stands up here. Casey versus Cisco. I like Adele. I like Adele too.
I like Adele. Adele can sing.
Yeah.
That's another white person making R&B.
More like the sound of her voice.
That's just like Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Another white person making R&B.
Yeah.
Well, was. Racial stereotypes dictate what's R&B and what is pop, which is why labels need to be destroyed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dance Party USA?
Yes.
It was Kids Incorporated. That was it. It's one of them.
It's Dance Party USA. That's the one I'm thinking about.
New Kids.
It was kind of old.
Star Search. It wasn't Star Search?
No, that's something entirely different.
I'm thinking it was a dance show on USA. It was Dance Party USA, I think. And it was just a bunch of white people up there. You know, they might have a token up there every now and then, but I won't forget the episode New Kids on the Block was up there. And it was crazy. I'm just saying. Okay.
Lord have mercy. New Kids on the Block was not breakthrough because they just copied what blacks were already doing. Were they big? Yes. Were they groundbreaking? No. Oh shit, there go your boy. What up, Skeeter Hawk?
What up, Skeet?
New Kids on the Block came out with Please Don't Go Girl, and they labeled them as the white new edition. All right, I got up to see this shit's What's Up. You know who that is. Got No Choice But to Go Marry. Oh, Got No Choice But to Go Marry. Song for song. No. Hey, my favorite podcast. What's happening?
What happening?
He sure did. Every song was sexual. That was that was Robert.
That was Robert.
Yeah, that wasn't
R.Kelly is the guy singing the songs. Robert was the guy doing that.
That was
Robert.
That was Robert. R.Kelly made a 3-part series, Trapped in the Closet. Y'all just ignored the sign.
Singing it super loud too. Like,
and you singing it with him, ain't paying no attention.
We didn't care.
He was in the kitchen, I was in the kitchen, we was in the closet, and I was in the closet. The whole time he was in the closet.
No, and couldn't wait to get all the series. Like, we were breaking our necks to get all the series. Like, part 1, part 2, part 3. Then it's like, yo.
Then it go to about 10 because it's a whole bunch of them.
I think I stopped it after the second one.
Look, after about 3, you're looking like, I don't really like where this is going, right?
Bring back Mr. Biggs, nigga. Like, the fuck is that?
I don't really like the direction this is headed in right now.
R. Kelly for the win. Who would be a matchup for Queen B? I think Neo versus Usher would be a dope battle.
Yeah, that's more about the same.
What they said, even if it was wrong. Kelly Cosby. Pied Piper, can you believe it actually happened? He had the world in a sexual trance. And
I mean, when you're that good at what you do, like, yeah, I believe it. Like, he had black people, like, we didn't care.
Yes.
Like,
we knew if R. Kelly came on, it was about to go down.
The reason why I love R. Kelly so much.
Mess your whole world up. You can remember me tomorrow.
Is because I knew that if I played R. Kelly, draws were dropping. Plain and simple. If R. Kelly came on, and then he was a part of me growing up. Like, they played R. Kelly everywhere. Everywhere that I went, clubs, radio station, you know, back in the, 90s, early 90s, stuff like that. Like, he's everywhere.
And every CD or album was a hit. Every single last one of them.
So we're just supposed to just forget he ever made all this music?
His private life and
that he ruled.
Life was two different
We're
things.
supposed to forget that he ruled an era? Like,
if they know they were trying to take his music off the air, you know that, right? If they took everything off the air that R. Kelly had anything to do with, it would be a lot of artists that you don't hear from anymore.
Cool. You take it off the air, you just going to make his record sales fly even higher because people are going to go out and get it. People still love Kel's music.
His music ain't got nothing to do with his private life. If he wants to do whatever he do in his private life, let him do it.
And look, when Step in the Name of Love come on, I dare you not to get up.
Don't get up.
I double dog dare you not to get up when Step in the Name of Love comes on. Triple dog dare you not to get up. Like, your leg is not going to move it. You cannot do it.
JoJo would slaughter Cisco. Not next. Oh shit. Drew Hill has more than one. Come on. The battle of the woo yeah. Nah, next could sing compared to Drew Hill. Don't want to see that either. Jagged Edge has some bangers. They do.
They did.
Jagged Edge and Blackstreet.
Jagged Edge done a versus with 112.
I heard about that.
Don't do Silk like that, Branson.
No, Silk is a great group, but they don't have them. Jodeci has material. It's all about material. Jodeci has 3 or 4 albums. And one of their albums might be, in my opinion, one of the greatest R&B albums ever composed. Diary of a Mad Black. That album is awesome. So, you know, I'm not taking anything away from Silk. They just don't, you're going 5 songs, 6 songs. Jodeci's going at least 15. At least 15.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
Silk going 6, 7. That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking Silk. Silk was an amazing group.
You are knocking Silk.
They don't have enough material.
The nigga said it right in the same breath. Shit.
Great group
like,
don't have enough material.
Nigga said it in the same breath. Like,
fuck
shit.
you, but I love you.
Silk, Lose Control was the shit.
Great songs, not enough material. How many times you gonna play Lose Control? How many times?
I'm playing it over and over again right now.
While Jodeci playing back-to-back hits, beating Lose Control to sleep. Okay.
Just checked in with the Verzuz. They got around 199,000. Silk first album was fire. J.E. and Jagged Edge and Jodeci. I agree. Drew Hill versus Next or Soul for Real or LSG.
No, I don't think LSG.
How many songs did LSG have? 2?
Hey, cuz, what's happening, cousin?
What up, cuz?
They're legends.
Soul for Real. Oh shit! Now, candy coated rain.
Soul for Real had 3 or 4 songs too. Like Jodeci got.
Hold on, did something happen to the lead singer?
Yes, yes. The same thing with my personal favorite group is High Five. High Five would have been if their lead singer hadn't passed away.
Nigga, you older. Ish.
I'm the baby in the room, so
you don't even know who he talking about, do you?
Yeah, I know who High Five is. I know that much.
Yo, High Five. But I was going to say, High Five was that.
You older than me. You my older brother. Don't do that.
Okay.
Yep, one-hit wonder groups. Oh shit, y'all mean. And it's still hitting. Oh, they must be talking about R.Kelly. Hey now, of all them, you have Branson Rich. It went to 20 plus episodes. You have to love Luther. Everyone literally felt R.Kelly.
Wait a minute. We know what you mean, but we know what you mean.
R.Kelly in concert was amazing. Yes, he was. And he was an amazing writer and producer and executive producer. That dude is extremely talented.
When it came to music, let's not
musical phenom,
like
bro.
He's not one of the greatest musicians of all time. We can't sit here and act like he's not. Like, yes, he has problems. He has problems. We know a lot of people who have problems. He has problems.
That ain't got nothing to do with the music that he's making, the work that he does.
But give him the accolades he deserves. And people be like, what he was singing about under... I don't know for sure who he was singing about.
We didn't know it till now, so...
I don't know who he was singing about. I don't know for sure. I know that he was making some really, 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 really good music.
Well played.
R.Kelly rules music for 20 plus years. Exactly. Yes, his concerts were amazing. Robert was the perv and R.Kelly was the music genius. Period. Mm-hmm. Well, I meant R.Kelly. We know you meant R.Kelly.
We know you meant R.Kelly.
He is iconic. I get it. He fucked way up. But come on. But music, talent, come on. Exactly. That's what we're saying.
I'm not going to argue because I want to argue that but I'm not going to argue that case. I'm not going to argue. We're just going to stick to his musical accomplishments. And you name me a more motivational song than I Believe I Can Fly. I mean, look, name me a more motivational song.
The remix to Ignition?
I was going to say Step in the Name of Love. That's motivation. You exercising it.
Happy people,
hey, maybe I guess my mind's in the wrong place.
Hey.
I mean, R. Kelly penned one of the most inspirational songs. And yes, he duped everybody because it was when he was in the midst of what was going on. But he penned the greatest song, I think, ever written in my lifetime.
Because he knew he was about to be fucked up.
And that's true.
He had to come up with something from the heart.
I Can Fly might possibly be one of the...
He wanted to fly far away.
He had to dig deep.
Dig deep for that.
I need forgiveness.
They put the choir in here. Maybe they'll believe it.
I gotta hide out. I got, and they got the tape now too. I definitely need to fly away from here. But like I say, it's one of the best songs ever written.
Silk has 4 albums. Yes, you can, because he is a pedophile, and supporting him is giving him money and helping to support his habit. He got away with so much because he had the money to do so.
Well, all them girls is over 18 now.
I don't think he was a pedophile.
I don't either.
I hate when people say that. That's what bothers me. You know, a pedophile is he was messing with children. The one example I like to give, and then I'm going to move on from it, is we all know the girl, or when I was growing up, we all knew that 17-year-old. Because this is where the age where we're at, right? 17, the girl. We all know that girl who's 17 who has the sister who's 20. Or the girl who's 15 who has a sister who's 20. So she's going to learn a little bit more from her sister because her sister's older. You know, that's your job as an older sister, older brother. Pass things on to your sibling, put them on game. It's different as opposed to somebody who doesn't have anybody to lead them on.
You know, like I said, them parents, their mamas was a trip too, because at the end of the day, the mamas had to teach the daughters to teach the sisters. And they were in on it too. Because ain't nobody gonna let they underage woman go, a daughter so-called, move in with a grown-ass man for a record deal like that. You know what I'm saying? And for many, many years, and oh my God, I just found out that he was doing this. You knew what was going on. You should have been paid off too.
Let's just be honest. If you want to take R.Kelly to jail, it's a lot more people in that.
Yeah, they need to go too. Exactly.
Don't just make him the scapegoat for all of this. It was a lot of wrong being done there. Yes, his name was the biggest, but who learns a lesson?
Exactly.
I mean, R.Kelly learns a lesson because he... But who else learns a lesson out of this? Nobody.
Let's see. I'm all up in somebody's conversation. That all had hits. Boyz II Men and Jodeci. Silk had Freak Me. Listen, I got my butt blown out the meeting in my bedroom. Freak Me was everything. OMG, Boyz II Men. Now that's singing right there. Yes, man. He overdosed. Oh, that must be the Candy Rain name. Silk had Meeting in My Bedroom. Shit, we got Meeting in My Bedroom. Quality Time was my favorite High Five song. I would like to see one of my favorite artists battle. Oh my God, Jaheim versus Joe. Yes, you do know Branson. He wrote Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. Come on, man. 12 Play, whoo, child, woo the memories. And his song Trade in My Life for You. I agree. I want to dismiss him, but I literally cannot. He's one. He must be number one.
We jump on R. Kelly about Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, but if I remember right, I was listening to Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke was saying she was only 16. I don't know if anybody remembers this song. You might be a little too old. You know, I'm
nigga,
older.
You don't think Dad used to play that record every fucking weekend?
I do remember Sam Cooke saying she was only 16. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah, so back then it was okay, because you got to remember, like back then, a little before back then, you could grab a chick up at 14 years old and marry her. You know, sounds different.
I mean, they still doing that crazy shit
yeah, they
now.
still doing it now, but you know, it's more common and well known
the
then.
Progression in society and societal ways is like where, because I always tell people, look at the difference of ages in your great grandparents. See if there's an age difference there. See, or and grandparents. You don't even gotta go to great grandparents. Like, it's always been like that. Older men with younger women.
Shit, they can think about granddad.
I'm just saying, they said Mary was 14 when she got pregnant from the Bible. I'm just throwing that out there. Like,
if you're a grown man, looking at girls under 18 is an issue, no matter who you are. But I don't think men purposely look at girls under 18. Like, that's one of the main things I don't think women understand.
If you look at a nice shaped body, how are you supposed to know
That she under 18.
You see what I'm saying?
It's something in the water now. It's something in the water.
No, you just know I see somebody with a nice body. Now, you do know when she is kind of young, but when you're getting up to that 17, 18, 19, like, come on.
But now you got some young girls that is 12 looking 17, 18, 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't know the difference. And they out here doing stuff that 17, 18, 19-year-olds will be doing. You know, you just gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful. Hell, right now you gotta hope it's a girl.
Yeah, because they be, I'm trying to tell you.
That's one of our biggest issues right now. Hoping it's a girl. Like, I never thought we'd have to battle that one.
And that's why I'm out that game. I'm late. You right on time.
You right on time.
Aaliyah was 15 when he married her and younger when he started messing with her, and she did not have an older sister. Hollywood full of sexual scandals.
She had a mama. Aaliyah had a mama.
Let her daughter go.
Aaliyah damn sure had a mama, and her mom knew what was going on.
Like I said, and let her daughter go with this man.
Come on. She had a mom. She had that. She might not have had an older sister. This older man is hanging around your daughter.
Best believe mommy was compensated too. She was happy.
You're just that naive?
Nah, her daughter.
Nah.
He was. He married Aaliyah when she was 14. He went to high school. He went to high schools to pick up girls. The girl in the video was like 14. How is that not being a pedophile?
See, okay, and when we look at all of that, that didn't come out to what? A couple of years ago. Well, not a couple, but like probably about 10 years ago and stuff like that. They don't have any documentation except with Aaliyah, like you said. But it was other dudes jumping on Aaliyah's boat too. Let's not...
Not even just that. Like, it was trouble going on at that time. So, the parents had a lot to do with that too. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're being molested because he won't give her what she was getting. So, she's upset. So, let's go ahead and do this right here then. Do it like this. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause she was in on it the whole time.
Kel was definitely in the wrong, but it was other grown dudes who were in love with Aaliyah about this same time. It wasn't just Kel's. Kel's was just the first one to jump on it. Not saying it's right or none of that, but Aaliyah was a hot target back in those days. Jay had already said he had been watching her. Stuff like that. Like, other dudes had already noticed her.
And damn they should end up with it then.
I mean, it's a sad story, you know, but do I think Kells needs to still be in jail or prison? I don't know. I think he needs to have his day in court, though. I think he deserves that much.
Oh, we missed some. Don't make excuses for his disgusting behavior. Nah, fuck excuses. He's still talented, but he did fuck up bad. Nah, stop excusing him. He's still badass, but separate the two. That's exactly what they're doing. They're saying he fucked up, but he did make some good ass music.
No, what they're saying is I'm coming up with excuses for Kells why he did it.
Oh man, fuck no.
And you know, I'm not. Fuck Kells. You know, he got caught up in that and stuff like that. You know, I try to look out for him because I'm a guy. I understand how some guys think sometimes. You know, this thing right now that he's in trouble for with the chicks, what is the two chicks that he was living with? Is that what he's in trouble for right now, or is he in trouble right now for the stuff that happened in his past?
We don't know. He ain't even really been in court yet, so we don't know what he in trouble for.
He just did jail chilling.
He just chilling. Like they ain't really said like what part of the situation that he's locked up for. It's all of it. Just all of it.
We'll call it karma. Karma's going to deal with him how it sees fit. But he does deserve his day in court, and soon. Jesus, the nigga been in jail at least a year or two.
I can't wait to hear this album he gonna have when he get out. That's gonna be some emotional, deep ass shit. That album he gonna have. I told y'all what I was gonna do before I did it. Can you judge me after I told you? I cannot wait.
I mean, obviously, people. For some reason, people believe this man can't read or write, which I find that hard to believe. And he can't read or write, so he can't be in prison or jail writing it out if he can't read or write.
And he can write a song in his brain and remember for 2 days. R.Kelly we talking about here.
Black people believe anything. He can't read or write. Like, are you serious? I don't believe that. I never believed that. Now, he might have been slow. He might have been slow. Everybody don't read on the same levels. Everybody don't read or write on the same levels. He could have been a little bit slower than everybody else. Mm-hmm. But you ain't learned how to read, and you sang all these songs over your career at no time. You ain't putting words together like sounding little letters out and stuff like that.
It's possible though, because you got to think. Shoot, Ray Charles couldn't see, but he could feel.
Not even that. You don't have to be able to actually read. You can speak it to your phone and speak a text these days, yo.
I'm speaking to somebody else and they type it up. Either way it go. It's busy. It could happen.
Just get a man his day in court, and we could get back to whatever it is. He deserves his day in court, at least.
R.Kelly is the GOAT. Can't take that away from him, but would not give him any more money or go to a concert if he was let out. Wait, someone fill me in. Ain't no 21-year-old man getting with my 16-year-old daughter. Exactly. Sam Cooke was wrong if he was a grown man with the 16-year-old. Both can be wrong. Amazing musician, terrible human. R. Kelly was 27 at that time. Even worse. R. Kelly was well aware of the girls' ages. He was literally picking them up from school. Y'all are tripping. What'd I do? How are you all more outraged with the parent than the perpetrator? Both can be wrong.
Because what lesson has a parent learned? They see R. Kelly in jail. What lesson did you learn? Okay.
The perpetrator's bad too, but the parent knew too. And it's not as innocent as it seemed to be.
You just brought him down because he had the most money in this thing.
Even if it ain't about the money, she knew what was going on.
Oh, if it wasn't about the money, that situation
they got her child out of that situation.
If it wasn't no money, it would have never been a situation.
Exactly.
I guarantee you that. That situation would have never, ever occurred if he was just some regular Joe Blow off the streets. We wouldn't even have this conversation.
I know watch Survivor R. Kelly both seasons. I pay attention to everything.
Lord, all this Kel's talk. Come on, man. I know that girl too young. You going to be a baby daddy. R. Kelly isn't the only one who should be pulling time. Exactly. And Bobby Womack didn't he date Sam Cooke's stepdaughter or daughter? Although there may not have been evidence, but there were rumors of Kel's issues. For years, I always dated older guys.
And that's what I'm saying. A lot of chicks, okay.
My grandfather was way older than my grandmother.
You know where I'm getting ready to go.
Nah, Bobby married Sam's wife. Bobby's brother married Sam's daughter.
That's a whole different type of beef there. That Bobby Sam Cooke beef.
Exactly. They were little girls, and he knew better. You can't make that excuse, though, unless you're comfortable for someone making that excuse if it were your own daughter. He deserves his day, and so do his accusers. Yeah. Because he's just sitting there doing nothing now. Doing nothing.
When did you start dating? Like, you were in high school. How old were you when you started dating dudes outside of high school?
I mean...
See?
You mean outside of high school? You want to ask me outside? I remember. Like, when I had my first boyfriend, or, like...
You remember your senior year?
It was very foggy. I was doing a lot my senior year. I shouldn't have been doing it, so it's a little foggy for
Were you dating any seniors at that time?
Mm-mm.
What about your junior year? Were you dating any juniors or seniors at that time?
No, because I wasn't really, like, dating a whole bunch of people. Like that, or people really in school, like I ain't really pay that shit no attention then, like I don't do it now, so I can remember like one boyfriend I had.
But see, this is the thing. What I'm saying is, I know if the chick I'm dealing with is going to school with me or not. Like, if we're in the 12th grade together, I know that she's got a class up there. But because I didn't start dealing with older chicks till I was out of high school. Like, you know, I didn't have, I wasn't lucky like that. Like, I did know a couple of dudes in high school who were dealing with a couple of college chicks. I wasn't that fortunate at that time. But it's a reverse situation for guys than it was for girls like that growing up. Like, you know, when I was in high school, we kind of expected, especially the senior girls, like, shit, with nobody here, unless he playing ball. If he playing ball, then she probably dealing with somebody from the school. But if he ain't playing ball or something like that, she ain't dealing with nobody from here.
I knew there was some kind of drama with them. I'm all up in some of my conversation. The parent learned from the lessons of having their child traumatized and molested. Both are at fault. Kelly was gifted some of these girls. I know, that's the sick shit. Regardless, R.Kelly knew better, Branson. You know he did. That's not true. It happens all the time, but we ignore it. I remember when I was 13, a 26-year-old tried to talk to me. I was like, you know I'm only 13, right? We need to address that this is a very common issue and it's wrong, period. Know better, do better. So if a high school boy robs a store that the parents should... So if a high school boy robs a store, the parents should go to jail because the parents should have known better. That's twisted logic. R.Kelly was brought down because it was his dick that he made tapes of with underage girls. He deserves to do this time. The people around him also played a part and should be held accountable. But Kells isn't in jail because he's Kells. Y'all know R.Kelly ain't right.
I mean, I'm not saying he's right or he's not. I'm just saying, like, if he had to go to jail, it should be other people in jail with him. That's only hand of one, hand of all. That's where I'm from. And it was some people who were guilty who made out scot-free. And Kells is the only one who's made an example out of.
I think so. Like I said, the parents should have something to do with something, because there's no way that they didn't know anything.
Because at the end of the day, who's in trouble?
Right.
Kells is the only one who's in trouble. At the end of the day, nobody else has any worries. Everybody else is trying to monetize off of what happened to them. Kells is the only one who's on the other end of bars. Like you said, you've seen the Surviving R.Kelly episode. They're trying to monetize off of what happened. Kells is the only one who took the fall for this.
A lot of stuff, look at it like, what? Okay.
This isn't high school. It's not the same.
No, it's not high school. But I remember growing up and going through high school, though. I remember being a young guy in high school. I remember wondering why the older chicks ain't pay me no attention. But then I understood, look, these dudes out here got cars and stuff like that. I am getting on the school bus. you gonna come chill with me on the back of the school bus, or you gonna go get an old boy's Diamante and fly out? Like that. That's how I grew up, though. You know.
Why gotta be a Diamante though?
You know, that was our first car that I really had a good time in and enjoyed, and it was really nice too. I remember we had a phone in that thing and everything. And Drew Dad said, if you call anybody, he'd kill you.
You remember that?
If you call anybody on this phone, I'll kill you. Say less. Say less.
I said bet.
Don't even know it's in there. Don't even worry about it.
He's an adult. Stop being like Kells. He's in his 40s. Yes, other people should definitely be in jail too. I think once it goes to trial, others will get charged. That's why they didn't show their faces in the documentary. So why don't you think he is a pedophile? The crazy part about that is majority of all those chicks was bringing him the girls, and even worse, partook in the acts. There's a book that one of his so-called victims wrote, and she stated her grandmother allowed her and basically pushed her out to Kells because she was financially exhausted trying to raise the girl. Yeah. You are right. Men should know better. He just got caught in that Surviving R.Kelly.
I mean, they got the biggest fish that was in the thing. I mean, he was wrong for what he did. I'm not going to sit here and try to tickle. At the end of it, R.Kelly should be remembered for the great musical accomplishments he's made to R&B.
But he should also be held accountable.
Robert needs to be held accountable for what he did. That brings that topic to an end. I know that's a choosy, a little touchy.
I mean, it ain't even touching.
It's not. You know, people get in their feelings.
If he's guilty, he guilty. If he's doing time, he should do time. You know what I mean? It's really that simple.
His music's still good and gonna still listen to it.
I'm definitely gonna listen to his music. I'll never stop. I'm sorry if people be like, do you know what he was singing about? I'm sorry, it was good music. It might sound fucked up or whatever, but I don't know exactly what he was writing about. To me, he was writing what I wanted him to write, and that wasn't what it was about.
Until he was
not to me.
To me, that's not
about taking somebody's virginity.
That's not the feeling it holds to me. That's not the value it holds to me. Now, what he wrote it for and how he holds it is one thing, but what I hold it for, completely different.
Phew, glad that's over.
Me and you both. I'm so ready to get off that.